Insurance isn't one size fits all.
And that's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget.
So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options.
Visit Progressive.com, find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making millions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/hidden. Protect yourself now at aura.com/hidden.
Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. You are listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where two friends chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, here goes my hair.
Cute, you little troll.
She's flapping. We've got a very flappy bun today. How flappy is your bun?
It's flopping all the way down.
Tell us in the chat, how flappy is your bun?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Amanda.
Oh, I'm Lucy.
Oh my God. And this week we have a very special fan pick from Jillian for their sister and Gigi Cameron.
Gateway gal.
Yep. Gotta love a Gigi. Gateway. And Jillian has selected the topic of Portland, Oregon crimes, which is very funny because we were just there.
We were just fucking there.
And we didn't do like Portland specific cases. I have the fan pick this week, and of course, it's sad. But I'm excited for what you have chosen because it's like we were just there, so we get to be fresh from Portland when we do Portland crimes.
We were just there, and I have a case for us today, and it's sad.
Oh, yeah.
Grisly.
Oh, gruesome.
But also somewhat historical, so we're allowed to we're
a little separated from it.
More.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're not stealing bones from their pits.
We'll get to the theft of bones.
People always steal bones from these old-timey cases. I'm telling you, this was like a whole fad. We need to look more into that. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, I have a cabinet full of bones, so
oh shit, that's
I
right.
get it.
You're the problem.
Well,
more ethically.
Only two things are human.
Just don't go to a crime scene and steal bones out of it.
Oh,
that would be good.
No.
Yeah.
Go to an oddities expo and get them there.
Anyway. Our fan picker has also recommended our pairing for this week, which is the Kinda Dry cider from Portland Cider Company.
Wonder how it tastes.
Kinda dry. This is, as they say, an ode to our Somerset heritage. Kinda Dry is our take on a classic English-style cider. It's from 100% Northwest apples, and we'll get to how the different apples that are in this. It sounds so good.
Yum.
This cider is balanced, dry, and crisp for timeless satisfaction. It's a 6.9% ABV. And it's gluten-free, which I love. Gluten-free. Guten Tag.
Gluten-free.
It has subtle apple notes. It's lightly carbonated. It is, like they said, a classic English cider style, balanced dryness, and a lingering fresh finish. They recommend pairing it with such foods as pulled pork, bratwurst.
Oh, yeah.
Italian sausage.
The summery stuff.
And it's like, it's not sweet. It's kind of dry, but it still has a little bit of that apple sweetness. So putting it with like this nice kind of fatty, kind of savory, maybe a little spicy, like a brat, like an Italian sausage has that kick to it. It'll cut right through those fats and oils and clean your palate right off to get you ready for another mustardy bite.
Yum.
The apples in this cider are Gala, Honeycrisp, Granny Smith, Jonah Gold, Jonagold. I haven't heard of that apple, I don't think.
I haven't either.
Jonah Gold, and of course, the Piece de Resistance, Golden Delicious. I'm Googling Jonah Gold. Jona.
Maybe it's Yona Gold.
Maybe it is.
Hona Gold.
Jonah Gold.
Gala and Yona Gold.
The Jonah Gold apple tree, Malus domestica Jonah Gold, is a popular cultivated fruit tree developed in 1953 by crossing the Golden Delicious and the Jonathan variety. So it's Jonah Gold.
Jonna Gold.
It produces large, crisp, sweet, tart apples used for fresh eating, baking, and cooking, and cidering.
Yum.
Cider sex. Cybering.
Is it a green? Is it a green one or a yellow one or a red one?
Actually, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It is. It's mostly red, but it has that like green pucker around the butthole and like one green swipe up the side.
That's nice.
A little green around the stem and a little green around the butthole on the bottom.
A little calico.
Yep, but it's not a red apple and it's not a green apple. Some are more green than others because Golden Delicious is more green.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, I don't know if it's the state fair or what, because we have so many fucking apple orchards in Minnesota.
Yeah, apple days.
The U of M will often also like unveil an apple for the year. And you can try them, and it's really fun. I've definitely done apple tasting over at our friend Ellie's house, and it's really, really fun.
Apple tasting.
I love an apple tasting. She'll get like a bunch of different of like the apples of the year or whatever, and we'll try them all, and they're really tasty. I love a good apple. We got apples when we were doing our day trip outside of Portland, and they got eaten up. The apples and the cuties, the little fruits, those went
the little
really
mandarin
well.
oranges.
Yeah.
I've been eating a lot more fruit as the parent of a toddler.
I believe it. It is tasty. I always forget how good it is.
I know. I forget about fruit. Also, with everything having cyclospora.
I know, right?
Get something with a peel.
God, that's what I'm talking about. Get something that you're not eating. It's outsides.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in trying the Kinda Dry from Portland Cider Co., you can go to portlandcider.com. They have a bunch of different ciders that you can check out, but they also, at least under the Kinda Dry, they had some cool like cocktails recipes that you could use the cider with. So I'm very curious to come back around the holidays and be like, what do they got?
Totally.
So yes, thank you so much for the recommendation, Jillian and Cameron. We are cheersing you from far away from Portland Cider Co., but it sounds delicious. Check them out at portlandcider.com. And that's where I'm at. I'm on water today. It's been too much. If I start drinking,
you'll never stop.
I'll never stop. Something's gonna break.
Well, I have got to shout out my new favorite alcoholic beverage from Portland, which is that goddamn pickle vodka that we had at the Portland Pickles game.
Girl, those vodka shots were so good, really so dangerous. I was driving that day, so I only had one. I could have had 7 of those. 7.
I had 2. I stopped myself at 2.
They go down so easy. You like can't taste the vodka at all. It's like taking a shot of pickle juice. It was scary.
It's so good. Like at first it was a little bit shocking, but it just went down so nice.
It went down nice. So yeah, if you're not really into cider, but you really like pickles, check that out too. Get your pickle shots at the next Portland Pickles game.
Yep, do it.
I love it. All right, let's take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors and then dive into our nitty gritty today, shall we?
We shall.
Let's do it.
As business owners, we are always looking for ways to stop leaving money on the table. And a big one is missed calls, because a missed call is money out the door. Quo helps you and your team share one business number, reply faster, and stay on top of every customer conversation so you never miss an opportunity to connect and get that bag, baby. And that's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Quo, the smarter way to run your business communications.
That's right. Quo is the #1 rated business phone system on G2 with over 3,000 reviews, so you don't have to just take it from us. Built for how modern teams work. That's why more than 90,000 businesses, from solo operators to growing teams, rely on Quo to stay connected, professional, and consistently reachable. Quo works wherever you are, right from an app on your phone or computer, and lets you keep your existing number. You can add new numbers or teammates in minutes. You can sync your CRM and rely on seamless routing and call flows as your business scales. I know it sounds scary to make yourself very accessible to your customers, but Quo makes it so that you're not feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling like you're part of a team that's handling all of your customers' needs. And your entire team can handle calls and texts from one shared number. So no more missed messages or disconnected conversations. Everyone sees the full thread, making replies faster, and customers feel genuinely cared for. It's so easy. Calls, texts, voicemails, transcripts, and contact details all live in one clean view with full context at your fingertips. Your team communicates faster, stays aligned, and delivers a more personal experience.
Make this the season where no opportunity and no customer slips away. Try Quo for free, plus get 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/gals. That's QUO.com/gals. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers.
I have dry skin and I live in the Midwest, so I am trying to prepare for when summer turns to fall, then turns to winter, and stuff gets real dry, okay? And sometimes I feel like I am in this endless rat race of finding the right products to make my skin feel nourished and hydrated. And then I'm layering, and then I'm trying to fix things with makeup. And it's just it's a lot. And this is why Oak Essentials has become my new best friend. Oak Essentials was actually founded by Jenny Kane. And if you know her world, you know the aesthetic. We're talking effortless, elevated, nothing extra. And Jenny calls this moisture-rich balm that we've discovered magic in a jar. And I'm telling you, after trying it, you will understand why. It is so hydrating.
It's thick, it's buttery, it heats up and it melts just right on your skin. It's not greasy, it's not heavy. You're going to love how it feels. I think it smells good too.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives you a nice dewy look. And it's super easy to use. I use it twice a day as morning skin prep before I put on my makeup, or if I get out of a really hot bath.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice. And all of the Oak Essentials products are just really, really nice. They're different from other skincare brands. Oak Essentials is clean and formulates to strict EU and UK standards. They have pretty high standards over there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have these phthalates, anything that I can't pronounce, sulfates, petrolatum, parabens, other unnecessary additives. It's just the good stuff, and it shows.
Mm-hmm. The moisture-rich balm is Oak Essentials' bestseller, and once you try it, you'll understand why. Head to oakessentials.com and use code GALS for 15% off your first order at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at oakessentials.com with promo code GALS. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about us, so please support the show and let them know we sent you.
If a genie granted me 3 wishes, I would use all of them to wish for my cats to live forever.
Same.
But since genies aren't really hanging around my neighborhood,
no,
I do the next best thing and feed my cats Smalls. Smalls is fresh human-grade cat food that does so much more than just feed your cat. It helps them live a full and healthy life and maybe barf less like it did for Ray.
Yeah, it is really helpful with the stomach upsets. I'm a big fan. Most cat food out there is made with meat byproducts, cheap fillers, and artificial ingredients. Basically stuff that isn't great for your cat. And cats have sensitive tummies. Big pet food just tends to do this because it's cheaper to make. But what they save on cost, your cat is paying for with their health, and then you're paying for it with cleaning up your house all the time with all their puke, paying for vet bills. That cost gets made up somewhere. Smalls is different. Their fresh recipes are made with at least 80% animal protein, and they're gently cooked to retain all their nutrients and flavor. They never add fillers or artificial ingredients, and their food is so healthy that 88% of cat parents say that after feeding Smalls, their cats have better digestion, check. A softer and shinier coat, check.
Check.
And more energy to play. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's almost making Pepperoni upset because she's so over Beans, like wanting to play with her all the time. And now like Beans has that kitten energy again. It's the food. It's actually good for cats.
Your cat's health and longevity starts with what they eat. Try Smalls and get 60% off your cat's first order, plus free shipping and free treats for life when you go to smalls.com/gals. One last time, that's 60% off your first order, plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/gals.
Summer is coming to a close, but our need to hydrate is not. These hot months always remind me of how quickly hydration can sneak up on you. Like, the need for it. Between the hot weather, all the travel, all the long days, now we're going into back to school mode. You're going to be able to feel when water alone is not enough, and that is why we keep Drip Drop on hand. It's an easy way to stay ahead of dehydration before you start feeling tired or low energy.
Yes, Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. So if you just need some support for busy days, long workouts, summer travel, everything in between. And that's because hydration isn't just something you do when you're behind. It's how you stay ahead. I drink so much water and I get real cranky if I don't have like water on hand. And Drip Drop just sort of eases that a little bit for me. It uses science-based formulas for rapid hydration, so you feel results fast while getting 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Drip Drop is trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams and podcasters because it's built to hydrate you faster and more effectively than just water. It's perfect for staying active all summer long. Drip Drop's Zero Sugar Plus is a breakthrough, fast-absorbing formula with an advanced blend of 6 key electrolytes, 15 essential vitamins and nutrients, and no sugar or artificial sweeteners. This is fast hydration built with what matters the most. And honestly, their products taste amazing. I know Amanda loves them, those zero sugar ones.
Yeah, I am obsessed with like the tropical flavors. There's a tropical punch one that I really like in the Zero Sugar Plus. It's so good.
There are 16 original flavors and 8 Zero Sugar Plus options that fit seamlessly into your routine, whether it's morning, pre-workout, post-workout, or midday slump. It's really just like a daily routine kind of a thing. And to make it easy, Drip Drop has flexible subscription options so you're never stuck without proven fast hydration, whether you're hitting the gym, juggling work, or just trying to keep up with an always-on calendar.
And right now, Drip Drop is offering podcast listeners 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com and use promo code GALS. That's dripdrop.com, promo code GALS for 20% off. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code GALS.
All right, here we go. Portland, Oregon.
Not Maine. Which was the first?
Yes, Maine was the first, and I didn't go into this because I'd heard about it before. We've talked a lot about Portland. Mm-hmm. We also did another Portland live show that was specifically about Portland, unlike our most recent Portland live show.
Right, which was not specifically about Portland.
So I'm trying not to cover like the same information. So I really did just go where my heart took me for this segment. Mm-hmm. But the Portland, Oregon, Portland, Maine thing, I believe Portland, Maine was first, and that was named after some shit in England, obviously. Mm-hmm. And there was some sort of coin flip to see what Portland, Oregon, the city's name was going to be.
Yep.
Someone won, someone lost. I didn't read into it because I know I read it before and I didn't want to talk about it today.
Right.
But here we are. But yes, there's a coin. There's a Portland penny on display. It's allegedly the penny, the coin.
The penny.
The penny.
The Portland penny.
So what is now called Portland is the most populous city in the U.S. state of Oregon, despite not being the capital, which is Salem. Mm-hmm. Located in the Pacific Northwest at the confluence of the Willamette and Columbia Rivers, it is the 6th most populous city on the West Coast and the fourth most populous in the Pacific Northwest. So this kind of helped me visualize like that area, because I forget about Canada, which is also the Pacific Northwest. So the biggest cities are Seattle, Vancouver, Canada, and Surrey, Canada.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
I haven't either.
And then Portland. Also, this blew my mind. Almost half of Oregon's population resides in the Portland metro area.
That's crazy.
It's a big area. Mm-hmm. And it is beautiful. So, yeah, why wouldn't you want to live right there at the confluence?
Yeah, for real.
City of Roses, City of Bridges. Mm-hmm. Prehistoric Portland was wild, and I have a brand new fear for you.
Okay, great. Not prehistoric Portland.
Yeah, prehistoric Portland. Between 15,000 and 13,000 years ago, so in the glacial period, an ice age probably, ice dams in Glacier Lake, Missoula, in what is now Montana, would periodically rupture because the glaciers were melting as they receded back up. So these ice dams would rupture and cause a megaflood or an outburst flood. Mm-hmm. These cataclysmic Missoula floods, collectively they're called the Missoula floods because there were like 25 of them, like separate floods, swept across the area that would become eastern Washington, northern Idaho, and northern Oregon, and then down the Columbia River Gorge and Willamette Valley. There's a map in my photos showing that entire area.
Okay, I feel like I'm not picturing this right, so I'm excited to look at the map.
Yeah, look at the map. It's the last one. So you can pretty clearly see the coast and like where that is in the United States. That whole fucking area floods.
No. I'm seeing that map. Mm-hmm. But I also really don't like the Cordilleran ice sheet.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the big, like, glacier.
Mm-hmm.
So,
this is...
See the Missoula, and then it goes, like, all the way down. They're sometimes called the Spokane floods, too, because it just takes out this whole...
God.
All of that yellow, all of that orange is flood. That just happened periodically.
No. Bye.
No, I have so much more information about this for you.
That's not for me.
This is from Wikipedia. After analysis and controversy, geologists now believe that there were 40 or more separate floods, although the exact source of the water is still being debated. The peak flow of the floods is estimated to be... I feel ill. I hate envisioning this.
Okay.
The peak flow is estimated to be 27 cubic kilometers per hour.
Hour?
Yes. 27 cubic kilometers of like water
walls of water
and like sediment and everything that comes with it.
Yeah. Floods are scary business.
If you want to visualize that differently, that's 6.5 cubic miles per hour.
Nope.
My God. Nope. The maximum flow speed approached 36 meters per second or 80 miles an hour. I know. I feel ill thinking about this. It's so crazy.
I feel like you're going to give me a poop attack. I'm getting so much anxiety.
Up to 1.9 times 10 to the 19th power of joules of potential energy were released by each flood, which is the equivalent to 4,500 megatons of TNT.
Got it.
So for comparison, this is 90 times more powerful than the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated.
Okay.
The cumulative effect of the floods was to excavate 50 cubic miles of loess, sediment, and basalt from the channeled scablands, tag yourself, of eastern Washington.
Okay.
And transport it downstream. So if you go back to the map with the sheath that made you
made me shit myself. Yep.
You can see the channeled scablands, like where that sort of is. So then it goes downhill / downriver from there and wreaks havoc in the Willamette and Columbia River Valley.
That's so crazy. I guess I just did not. This is my bad. And like the United States is huge and crazy shit happens in almost every region. We don't really have floods in Minnesota. We have other crazy weather and other, climate related issues. But like, I don't think I ever really grasped the severity of the flooding in that region. And I know in the last few years, like you mentioned Spokane, like I know there have been some serious floods and it's really scary shit, but I feel like it's not it's not put on I don't know. I feel like we're so segregated, even just like where we are in the country.
Oh, yeah. Just like regional natural disasters kind of stay there.
Yes. And that's so bad because we're all fucking connected to the great circle of life. Floods that are happening there matter to the rest of the country and certainly the rest of the world. But it's like, there's so little we know about this. And then you come in and fucking tell me about this cubic fucking tons and 80 miles an hour and walls of water and fucking no, I'm gonna make myself shit again. I gotta stop.
I know. And I didn't even put my favorite fact about this in here. I forgot. But like some of the water, like the water would raise like hundreds of feet. Like not just flooding, but like 400 plus feet. There's another photo that I have on the drive. It's called Dry Falls, Washington.
I see it.
It's like a gorge. It looks like, a shallow part of the Grand Canyon, but like that's from the floodwaters.
So that had been
that
sometimes fills or is carved out, eroded away by the floods.
Yeah.
And this is probably floodwater that's just sitting here.
I mean, who knows where it came
now
from
or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of look like the Grand Canyon. That's crazy.
Also, the largest of the floods, they estimate discharged about 10 cubic kilometers per hour, which is 13 times that of the Amazon River. That's another fucking rabbit hole.
13 times?
Yeah, and the Amazon River is fucking crazy too.
Yeah, we should do Amazon crimes, but not about the fucking
Amazon River crimes.
Yeah.
Portland, Oregon crimes.
Portland, Oregon, Amazon River.
I also found my new favorite word, which is glaciofluvial.
Do tell.
It's just like glacier river.
Oh, cool.
Glaciofluvial.
That makes sense.
You can also reverse it to fluvial glacio or fluvio glacial.
Okay.
So there are a lot of Native American flood stories or deluge myths. Loved that. Across all sorts of tribes, including the two bands of indigenous Chinook people who are local to that area, and that is the Multnomah and the Clackamas. So before being colonized by Europeans, the Portland Basin of those like lower river valleys had been one of the most densely populated regions on the entire Pacific coast.
I would imagine. I mean, it's a lush kind of rainforest. You've got the ability to cultivate crops long term. You've got decent weather patterns. You can you can have meat and seems like a pretty like bountiful region.
Well, remember we were when we were at Sokolblosser Winery with our good friend Lauren, and they were talking about how things used to be orchards and blah, blah, blah. It's because all of that lake bottom sediment from these floods just contributed all of these nutrients and all sorts of healthy shit for the area. And that's why the Willamette and the Columbia Valleys are like especially fertile for agriculture. Isn't that cool? Because of the fucking mega floods.
That is cool. That is cool. That's the circle of life, right? It's fucking cruel and terrifying, but it is cool.
Yeah, it's like
what grows from the destruction shall be fortified and strong.
The violence of them, though. That's what's getting to me about Neptune. No, I hate it. It's truly the only thing that really disturbs me. Like violence in the natural world, like weather violence. Wind.
Yeah, you have wind trauma for sure.
Also, large explosions.
Scary stuff. I don't blame you. All of those are rational.
Yeah.
There is nothing irrational about this, and all of your fears are valid.
Same. So are yours for the most part.
Thank you. I love how you couldn't even say it as a joke fully. Because you know just how crazy I get.
I don't like to lie.
Yeah, I've lived like 40 lifetimes since we talked this morning. I know. So
it's been a hell of a day.
I shit myself today. Okay.
I shit myself today.
To see if I could bleed.
Yuck. All right, let me get through this next part because it'll bring us back up because guess what, baby? Portland has its own flag.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, let's hear it. Is there a picture on the drive? Should I look yet?
No, don't look yet.
Okay, I was so caught up in the topographical maps that I didn't even notice there was a flag picture.
Don't look yet because I want to read you the description of the flag and I want you to try your hardest to picture it in your mind's eye before you look at it.
Okay. These are moments where I really wish I could draw to see if I'm close.
Well, just close your eyes and imagine.
Okay.
The city flag of Portland, Oregon consists of a green field on which is placed a white four-pointed star or a truncated hypocycloid for the layman, from which radiate blue stripes, each bordered by L-shaped yellow elements known as esquires. Narrow white fimbriations separate the blue and yellow elements from each other and from the green background. Can you imagine it?
I just am imagining a star with a bunch of weird shit spraying out of it.
Kind of. All right, now you can go to the drive and...
Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Kinda. I didn't anticipate... Yeah. The star, I feel like I kind of got, although I pictured it yellow, even though you said white.
That's okay. I think star kind of connotes yellow.
Yeah, but this is not the worst flag I've ever seen.
No.
I kind of
You like it?
Yeah, I might like it.
Okay.
Which I'm apprehensive to ever say about a flag for we've just had so many bad crappy flags. But this isn't bad. This kind of reminds me of like it's growing on me like the North Star flag. I
was just going to say, well, your new North Star or the Minnesota North Star's old hockey logo, because
the
that's
new
what
North
I was
Star
thinking.
flag. I don't have any problem with us changing the flag.
I think your new flag is beautiful.
And I think the new flag is lovely. It just feels very like a logo.
Yeah.
Like corporate. A graphic design. Yeah. And I think a lot of flags just are moving in that direction as we modernize them and like remove a lot of racism and all kinds of crazy shit.
Well, once you take out the problematic stuff, there's not much
There's not much to look at. Yeah. There's not much to look at. So, I think this is cute. I like it. Mm-hmm. And I think it serves its purpose as a flag. And I'm proud of Portland for not having a really problematic flag.
Well, some would disagree with you. But before I get to that, the green represents the forests and our green city. Mm-hmm. Yellow represents agriculture and commerce, and the blue represents the rivers because it's kind of like the two rivers crossing.
Yeah.
So it was designed in 1969 by a noted graphic designer, but some people really, really hated it.
Okay.
The design was criticized for not including a rose, which was a traditional symbol of the city.
They're big on their roses in Portland.
Yeah. Nor a depiction of Mount Hood, which they're also very proud of.
Yeah, where's our identity? These are the two things we have.
Its abstract design was compared to flags of socialist countries.
Oh.
And a fallen cross symbolizing the Antichrist.
Oh, shut up. People trying to fucking pigeonhole, like cram an Antichrist narrative into everything.
Well, this cracked me up. Those quotes were made by the organization Mothers for Children. Okay.
That's the worst name of an organization I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Toothless and homeless.
Homeless, not toothless. It's a really important charity, Kathy.
Yeah, they do really important work.
It is. That scene is just so amazing.
It's so incredible.
Watch Housewives.
Okay, so despite this, I do have its official ranking among the North American Vexillological Association's American City Flag Survey of 2004.
Whoa. They haven't had one in 2026?
Well, I got it from Wikipedia. Who knows when this was last updated. I did not check the primary source.
That's fine.
Of the NAVA.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you this, there were 150 U.S. cities that have flags. So out of 150, what do you think this flag ranked? In 2004, consider the taste of the time.
37.
7th.
Whoa! People really liked it in 2004.
Not Mothers for Children.
Not Mothers for Children, but they clearly don't represent the 2004 climate. People really showed up for Portland's flag.
For NAVA's survey.
Fun. Okay. 7th is great. That's a great ranking.
I wanted to shout it out because it's a fine flag.
Snaps. 7th.
Yeah. All right. And now I have a case for us.
Oh, no.
So much of this first part is from the Mackenzie River Reflections newspaper. That might be online only.
Okay.
Just before sunset on the evening of April 12th, 1946. Okay, there's an area called Milwaukee and Oak Grove, but these are basically right next to Portland. I think they're just south of Portland. It's not Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee residents James and Mary Rader were strolling along with their friend H.C. Foster along the river by the Wisdom Island moorage in Oak Grove when they saw a strange parcel swirling in an eddy underneath the dock.
Ugh.
The parcel was about the size of a suitcase, wrapped in burlap and tied up with ropes and wires.
Oh, that is creepy. I hate a parcel.
I know.
There's something so sinister about a parcel.
A burlap parcel.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it could be something important, although Foster said it was probably, quote, a bag of drowned cats and
Jesus
best
Christ.
left alone. But despite that assumption, he got a stick and hooked it to the wires on the parcel and dragged it up to the shore just because they were curious. I probably would have been curious too.
Yeah.
Even if it was a bag of dead cats.
Jesus. Ugh.
Poke it open a little. See if there's something worth
You're
hanging
sick.
on to.
I love whatever's wrong with you. Sicko.
Well, it's a good thing they did.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
thank God. These brave heroes. No, truly, though.
It was carefully wrapped, that was for sure, and it was a solid object, about 30 inches long and 16 inches wide and less than a foot thick.
Okay. So not like it's not like a body. It's small.
It's smaller than a body, for sure. The three of them untied it and started unwrapping the layers of burlap. They peeled off the burlap, then they peeled off a grayish-black tweed top coat, followed by a long pair of union suit underwear, I think like long johns,
Yeah.
a dark blue sweater, and a pair of brown slacks,
Okay, so there's clothes in there.
women's clothes.
Ugh.
The slacks were the innermost layer, and when those were removed, the three of them found themselves looking down at a naked female torso.
What?
No head, no arms, no legs.
Oh, no.
It's grisly.
No.
The next day, news of the grisly find was on the front page of the Portland Morning Oregonian under the headline, River Eddy yields sack with torso. Mutilated body of girl found near Milwaukee dock.
Okay.
So the only real thing they know right now is that it's a female and she's white,
Yep.
seemingly. That's all they can tell. A fisherman from Oregon City saw the story and remembered something funny he'd seen several weeks earlier floating in the river near Willamette Locks above the falls.
Okay.
He hurried back to the river, launched his boat, and sure enough, he went back and found what he had seen.
It was still there?
This says several weeks earlier, but I don't know how accurate that is because we'll get to it, but several weeks seems inaccurate as far as the timeline goes.
Well,
so
if
don't
he's about to
hold
find
that.
like human remains, then yeah, that's probably pretty long, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll get to it. Pulled it out, and there it was. 2 arms with the hands chopped off and a thigh. Yeah.
Oh, ew.
In July of 1946, so this was that happened in April. So now we're in July. The second thigh was found in the Willamette River near Oregon City, and additional women's clothing believed to be that of the victim was recovered from the Clackamas River around the same time. In September, quote, what appeared to be fragments of a human scalp were discovered near Willamette Falls.
And they still believe that these pieces of remains are all coming from the same person because of the locations and stuff?
Because of the location, I think they're all wrapped up.
Okay.
At least partially. They're like very intentionally disposed of.
Sure.
So then, finally, the head was found in October by a Mr. and Mrs. Roy Clutter of Oak Grove as they were walking along the river at the foot of Courtney Street.
Holy shit. Just taking their evening walk.
Yeah. The river level was low, very low.
Uh-huh.
And apparently, and they saw the head, and it had been weighted down with 21 pounds of window sash weights. So, you know, like old windows have those weights to counterbalance the weight of the glass.
Yeah.
And they're on like ropes. So I think those were like tied around, weighted down.
Oh.
I guess it was later reported that the head had been thrown into the river back in March when the river was running high.
And now it's been revealed now that the water level's gone back down.
Yeah, that's what they estimated based on. They involved like meteorologists and all these people to like analyze the river.
Yeah, forensic meteorology.
And,
I love that episode.
That was a good one. So the head had been in the water for half a year. It was missing both eyes and was, as you could imagine, badly decomposed. They could tell that her skull appeared to have been fractured by a solid blow with a heavy object, according to the Oregonian.
Okay, so there was obviously blunt force trauma to her skull.
Okay. And then the story note added, quote, her long hair was neatly done up.
Oh, even after all that time in the river?
Honestly, it's 1946. It's a newspaper. Let's
True.
take that with a grain of salt. It is
You're
just
right.
kind of spooky.
I'm like, oh, God.
Well, also the newspapers were reporting inaccurately that it was a young woman when the cops hadn't said anything, and actually that's not what their conclusion was.
Okay.
So we'll basically, by the time that the head, her hands and her feet were never found. So they couldn't do any kind of identification that way. By the time the head was found, the case was pretty much already cold because it was like, what, 6 months later?
Right.
5 months later. And it didn't help much other than to eliminate a few possible matches from the missing persons file because a lot of the missing people were younger than that. So they knew by now that the body was that of a 40 to 50-ish year old woman. And because at this time in the city of Portland, there was what was called a girl rush.
Okay.
Because there was like a nationwide rumor that there were 5 bachelors to every one single woman in the city of Portland. So like a bunch of
like college age girls wanting marriage moved out. Oh my God. A girl rush.
It was a girl rush.
Unreal.
Because there were so many men out there in like the lumber business.
Yeah.
And then also after like World War II, they had a bunch of, there was all sorts of stuff. It's my God, the positioning of Portland.
Listen, why not?
Why not?
Go where the honey flows, the milk and the honey.
So there was a girl rush and a lot of girls moved there and a lot of girls either stopped writing home or possibly did go missing, but they kind of a lot of them got lost track of.
Yep.
So all of these tips and leads were coming in because so many young women were missing and none of them led to this particular woman. So they were getting frustrated by it. Ray Rylance,
okay,
hell of a name, the Clackamas County coroner, who first examined the torso, told the media that the perpetrator had done, quote, rather a neat job. At least he knew where the joints were.
Ugh. I feel like I've heard quotes like that before from coroners, and it is so creepy every time.
It reminded me of the Black Dahlia, how like she was cut open, but like surgically.
Yeah.
Dr. Warren Hunter, a pathologist from the University of Oregon Medical School, estimated that the torso had been placed in the water no more than 36 hours prior to its discovery. So that's why the several weeks earlier thing may or may not line up.
Okay.
Because ultimately, this case is unsolved. We don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The lower portion of the torso showed burn marks, possibly from a blowtorch, leading police to believe that the victim had been tortured.
Oh.
Yeah. Upon the discovery of the victim's head in October of 1946, it was revealed that the woman wore dentures.
Okay. So she probably was older then.
Yeah. I have a picture of the dentures on the drive if you want to see them.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I see them.
It's from our Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
The cause of death was determined to have been blunt force trauma to the head. After death, the victim was dismembered, they think, with a saw.
Oh.
And disposed of in the river. Law enforcement at the time investigated a potential connection between the woman and 2 missing persons cases in California and Indiana, which that person was, I think, known as like the torso killer.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was around this time too, but they were unable to make a connection.
Got it.
The case received national media attention, appearing on the front page of numerous news outlets, but her identity and killer remain unknown to this day.
Mm-hmm.
In 2004, her murder case was formally reopened, but they revealed that a bunch of evidence in this case, including the location of where the woman's clothing, jawbone, dentures, and other remains were unknown.
Mm-hmm.
They lost it.
See, I'm telling you, something weird.
Yeah.
This is so common, especially around this time.
Yeah. They think they were lost sometime back in the 1950s. That's when they lost the paper trail for them.
Good Lord.
So then another update, I guess, in 2025, there was a grave that just said like unknown woman 1964.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture, or 1946 rather. I have a picture of that on the drive. That was in one location, but then like her remains were basically, they think that her remains, or at least some of them, ended up here.
Mm-hmm.
So they dug them up and are presumably trying to do some kind of DNA testing on them.
Yeah, that's really sad.
So that was just last year. So we might still find out what happened.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. This unknown woman grave is really sad to look at.
I know.
It's so stark.
There are a couple of theories. Oh, there's another, maybe that other wasn't the torso killer, because this other theory says that this may have been the work of the torso killer, a serial killer who terrorized Cleveland in the late 30s. So it could, well, there's a lot of fucking torso killers.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's like, which one?
There's also a theory that was really interesting, but I didn't feel like I had time to get too into it. But like a week after the torso was discovered, there was an ad run in the local newspaper that said, if anyone has heard from a woman named Anna Schrader, please write to this address.
Oh, somebody looking for their loved one.
Yeah, which I don't think was super uncommon, but
Right.
all of like her timelines and stuff really match up to
Fit
what
pretty
could have
well.
happened. And she had moved. She told her family that she was moving to Minnesota, but she ended up moving to Portland. She got married. And then years later, she was cheating on her husband with another, I think, married police officer.
Oh.
And they had a history of having abusive, like there was a fight involving a gun and ended with like her having broken ribs.
That's really scary.
So
Some things match up. She's involved with somebody with some violence.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Cheating, both cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that was a really interesting read, but yeah, could be Anna Schrader. We really don't know, but that is the what do they call it? The Wisdom Creek, Wisdom Island murder, the Wisdom Island torso, something like that.
No.
Yeah,
That's
if you
really
have any
scary.
info?
That's
call
really
Portland.
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah, call Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Well, great. You're kicking off our Unsolved series today.
Great.
Because my case is also unsolved and also sad. So let's take a quick break and then we'll dive in, shall we?
Sounds great. I love the idea of coffee, but I do not love how it makes my tum-tum feel.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why Mudwater has truly come to my rescue. And they also have a starter kit. So if you're curious about these wonderful mushroom coffees, now's a great time to get started.
Yeah, I am a huge matcha head, and the Mudwater matcha has been my go-to. She's got lion's mane, she's got cordyceps, she's got chaga, she's got reishi, she's got cinnamon, she's got turmeric, she's got Himalayan salt, she's got basically everything that you need to keep your body moving, grooving, and going. And not just your body, but your brain, okay? Mudwater is a coffee alternative made with mushrooms and adaptogens and has about 1/7 the caffeine of coffee, so you're getting focus and energy without jitters, crash, or anxiety. And for people like me and Lucy, this seems to be just so much easier on my stomach. And like Lucy mentioned, the starter kit, that is your best way to start. It's designed to set you up with everything you need to actually build the habit or like maybe replace your coffee. When you order, you get the full-size tin of your chosen blend plus a free rechargeable frother. That thing is amazing. I use my frother every day. As well as free gifts and free shipping. And there are 4 flavors. The OG, I love this one. This is the original chai chocolate blend.
So good.
It's so good. I like this one both iced and hot, and I drink this one a lot in the winter. And then they have more of a classic coffee style. They have their matcha, and they have turmeric. So if you're a coffee person, a matcha person, a chai person, or something in between, you're gonna find something that's gonna work for you. But the OG is where most people start because it's like chocolate and chai had a very healthy, very helpful baby.
Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Go to mudwater.com/gals and grab the starter kit. Use code GALS and you'll get 43% off. The frother alone is worth it. That's right, up to 43% off with code GALS at mudwtr.com. After you purchase, they'll ask how you found them. Please show your support and let them know we sent you.
I had seen Lola blankets around the internet. It's hard to be chronically online and not see a Lola blanket. And I don't think I really understood or maybe really believed just how fantastic these blankets truly are. The second I finally acquired one, no one else is allowed to touch it. It's for like me and occasionally my cats, but it's the kind of blanket where even if my cat is sleeping peacefully, beautifully, perfectly on it, I'm gonna rip that thing away from her because that's my blanket and I need to snuggle with it. Lola is the world's #1 blanket, and now I understand why. It's crafted with ultra soft luxury faux fur and a signature 4-way stretch. I really love the 4-way stretch. I didn't think about how nice like a stretchy blanket that you can wrap up in really makes a huge difference. And I get it. People instantly obsess over it the second they touch it.
Yeah, June calls my Lola blanket her fancy blanket, and I'm like, it's my fancy
mommy's
blanket.
fancy blanket. I will take this from a child.
If you're nervous about like washing it, I washed mine recently for the first time. Super easy. Like, don't let that scare you away. It's also such a great gift because it's going to be something that people are going to remember. They're going to use it every day. Like, talk about a good wedding gift. So cute to give a couple, like an extra large Lola
something
blanket.
they can snuggle in.
Yeah, and it's not just a blanket, it's a home upgrade gift. It instantly elevates any space, making it feel warm, cozy, styled. There's a ton of cute colors and like kind of patterns. I have the fawn one. It's very classic, it's very cute, and it's so soft. Lola has over 20,000 5-star reviews, thousands of people gifting it, loving it, talking about it, including us.
For a limited time, our listeners can get 40% off select Lola Blankets products with code WINE at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code WINE. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know we sent you. Wrap yourself in luxury with Lola Blankets.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. And here's a helpful fact that you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average.
Pop over to progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount.
Visit progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates national average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget.
Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
I know. I'm sorry. You just enjoy your dino juicy gummy.
My gummy dino.
That you stole from literally a child. You took candy literally from a baby.
From my baby. It doesn't count.
It's your candy. Literally.
I'm so excited for her to go trick-or-treating.
Oh, that's going to be nice. She's finally getting old enough where she'll get to do stuff.
And young enough where she won't notice if I steal all the Reese's out of her mouth.
Oh my God, this is the perfect year.
I know.
Enjoy it.
I've been thinking about it.
I'm happy for you. You clearly have. It's still August. As we record this, as the crow flies. Okay, so I have mentioned before that I have the fan pick case today. It is a doozy, but it is about a missing child, so it's obviously incredibly important to talk about this case, especially because it remains unsolved. So, let's go back to June 4th, 2010. It started as a day of celebration at Skyline Elementary School in Portland, Oregon, where 7-year-old Kyron Horman, a boy with a wide smile in that perfect gap-toothed kid way, in the little jack-o'-lantern
God,
teeth.
I love it.
He's 7. Their teeth are all a mess. They're so cute.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute. And his little glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a picture of him on the drive where he's showing off his project at the school's science fair, which was research into red-eyed tree frogs, because this kid is cool as fucking hell.
And he's wearing a CSI shirt.
Oh, yeah. He's dorking out and he loves it.
Oh, my God, I love him.
From CNN, quote, Kane Horman, who is Kyron's dad, remembers the mad dash to the store for supplies to bring his son's science fair vision to life. And he sat with Kyron as the second grader diligently mapped out his poster's design. His last conversation with his son, the morning of his disappearance, replays regularly in the father's dreams. Quote, he walked me out to my car and we were talking about his project for the science fair that day at the school, Kane Horman told CNN. The sun was out, we're out in the front yard, chatting it up before we both kind of go our separate ways for the day. The little bit of that conversation comes up and he's just right there in front of me, and that's when I usually end up waking up, he said. Red-eyed tree frogs have since become a symbol for Kyron, even being printed on T-shirts that read "Bring Kyron Home." So you can see a cute picture of a little shirt on the drive that has the tree frog logo in.
Oh, that's really cute.
Kyron's stepmother, Terry Horman, took a photo of him that morning. That's the picture of him in his blue shirt for his science fair thing.
That's that morning.
Yeah, she took that picture not knowing it would be the most recent photo and become a photo that would soon be seen by millions of people.
His CSI shirt photo?
Yeah.
That's so...
I know. It's really sad.
Oh, God.
By the end of the school day, Kyron was gone, sparking the largest criminal investigation in Oregon's history. Because this is unsolved, the best way to really look at it and break it down at first is with just at least a brief timeline of events from that day. The Friday morning he went missing, Terry Horman says she last saw Kyron walking down the hallway toward his classroom after the science fair at about 8:45 a.m. But according to the school, Kyron never made it to class. His teacher marked him absent for the day.
He was in his school.
They had gone early to everybody set up their posters and stuff, and the parents could come see everybody's projects and in the gym.
So exciting. That's the best day of school, when your parents come to see your science project.
Mm-hmm. Before class. So she saw him, she took the picture of him in front of his poster. She saw him get all set up, and then it's all right, it's time to go to class. And she left. She went home. She left her kid at school.
Oh my God,
her stepkid.
So awful.
While Kyron was missing, Terry's morning was reportedly filled with errands between 9 and 10 a.m. She reports seeing him walk down the hallway toward his classroom at 8:45. She's like, okay, I'm out. She goes to start running her errands. Between 9 and 10:10, she stopped at 2 different Fred Meyer grocery stores. For the next hour and a half, she told investigators that she drove her toddler daughter that she shared with Kyron's dad. So she's not Kyron's mom, but she and Kyron's dad are married, and they have a young daughter of their own around to soothe an earache that she had. So she's just kind of driving aimlessly. By 11:39 a.m., she was at a 24-hour fitness gym. She returned home and at 1:21 p.m. She posted the now famous photo of Kyron at the science fair on her Facebook and kind of finished out her day. She still didn't know that he had been marked absent and that the school hadn't called.
Oh.
So the alarm
They
wasn't...
should call.
Yeah.
Ooh.
An unexcused absence for a 7-year-old.
That's weird, yeah.
You'd think.
They really should have called.
The alarm then wasn't raised until 3:30 p.m. when Kyron didn't get off the school bus to come home. It was only after Kyron did not arrive on the bus that Terry contacted the school herself and learned at that time that he had been marked absent for the entire day. The school had not called home, as far as I could find, to alert the family that Kyron had an unexcused absence.
The whole day went by.
The whole day went by.
Oh my God, I cannot imagine.
Terry then called 911 at 3:45 p.m. and the official search began less than an hour later. Because of that long delay, Oregon lawmakers championed House Bill 3197 the next year, requiring public school districts to notify parents when a student is unexpectedly absent before the end of the school day that they missed. So not even like immediately, it's like at least before the end of the day to tighten up that timeline.
That gives someone a really good head start.
Yeah. Now, 16 years later, the law continues to guide district handbooks across Oregon. So this has definitely had an impact, despite him still not being found. The investigation was massive. Over 1,300 searchers from 3 states combed the woods and searched Sauvie Island. They also they dragged rivers. They looked everywhere they could to find any trace of this boy. And I'm going to read another quote from CNN, and this is the main article for my research, so I'm going to quote it a lot, and it's really good, and everybody should read it, but... Quote, in the 12 months after Kyron's disappearance, investigators tracked more than 4,500 leads and conducted over 3,500 interviews.
Oh my God.
During that same time frame, the country's search and rescue coordinators and volunteers spent a combined 24,640 hours looking for Kyron. Everything was documented on paper in 2010. Law enforcement agencies compiled such extensive material on Kyron's case in the first year alone that the dozens of binders organizing the documents, if they were stacked upon each other, would soar roughly 2 stories high.
Oh my God.
Investigators sat across from nearly every young child at Skyline Elementary, many of whose nascent swinging legs could not yet reach the ground from their chairs, interrogating them over their missing classmate.
Oh my God.
New surveillance cameras scrutinized any movement outside of the school building and in the main hallway. Fixed-wing police airplanes regularly paced over the campus, with the hum of their propellers a consistent reminder to the Skyline students romping below that their small friend was still unaccounted for.
Good God.
I know this article is really heavy-handed, but it's very well written.
Yeah.
And the school did remain open, and I believe it is still open to this day. It's just this has left such a horrible scar on the community and the school.
And it's unsolved. So
unsolved.
It's not ending.
No.
He's just gone. Oh my God.
In late June of 2010, a bombshell dropped. Investigators told Kyron's father, Kane, that Terry, his wife, had allegedly tried to hire their former landscaper, a man named Rodolfo Sanchez, to kill Kane months before the disappearance of his son, Kyron.
You fucking kidding?
Well, this is the claim.
Okay, allegedly.
I don't know if it's true, but they found it compelling enough to follow this lead and include it in court documents. So Rodolfo Sanchez testified in a deposition that Terry Horman approached him in January of 2010, 5 months before Kyron vanished, and offered him, quote, a lot of money to kill Kane. I'm not sure how much money exactly. The only report I found referencing any actual amount was $10,000, which is so sad. And
that's really sad.
Not a lot of money and certainly not worth a human life.
So Sanchez was the landscaper for
the former
family.
landscaper for Kane and Terry, who were caring for Kyron. To verify Sanchez's claims, law enforcement conducted an undercover sting operation. So Sanchez wore a wire for the police to confront Terry. He was like, I'll get her to admit it. And they recorded like a 15-minute conversation, and she never said shit.
Oh, she didn't?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
They could not get the evidence needed for an arrest or obtain proof to support Sanchez's claims. The allegations resurfaced during a custody hearing regarding Terry and Kane's daughter in 2014, so 4 years after this, who was a toddler at the time. But this also did not result in enough evidence to pursue an arrest 4 years later, after this first came out.
Wow.
Because there was never significant proof uncovered pointing to Terry, the claims faced significant legal scrutiny in court. They wanted to like bring this to court, and the court was like, there's really no evidence. I don't think we can bring this to court. So a judge ultimately ruled that while Sanchez could testify about being solicited to kill Kyron's dad by Terry, that Terry's attorneys were not allowed to cross-examine him regarding the unsuccessful police sting.
Why?
I'm not sure why they decided to do it this exact way. It's like, you can talk about it, you can bring it up, but we're not really going to do more cross-examination on it. They basically wanted to keep it like, a judge was like, this is such a small throwaway thing that like, yes, I'm going to let you present it to court, but we're not going to belabor this because there's no evidence that proves it. It's just you wanting to take the stand under possible penalty of perjury if they find out this isn't true and say that this happened.
And then not give it any more air.
But that doesn't mean we're giving it more air at trial. We have more important or not at trial, but like in the courts. We have more fucking fish to fry. We got to figure this shit out. So due to the lack of cross-examination on the sting operation, the judge signaled that he would give, quote, little or no weight to the evidence provided by Sanchez in the custody case. So however that shook out was basically to say like, yeah, okay, I'll allow this to go into court record, but like, we're not spending time on this. Terry has always denied these claims, calling them very self-serving through her legal counsel, but many have not been able to let go of the suspicion that she was involved, including Kyron's birth parents. Terry reportedly failed 2 separate polygraph tests regarding the disappearance, which we know polygraph tests are oftentimes bullshit, so take that as you will. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Who failed it? Terry or the dad? Okay.
Terry did.
Oh, okay.
And witnesses did claim to have seen a second person sitting in Terry's truck outside the school around 9 a.m. drop-off. A close friend of Terry's was subpoenaed by a grand jury, and investigators found that she, the friend that was subpoenaed, was unaccounted for during a 3-hour window on the day Kyron vanished, and that she had helped Terry buy an untraceable cell phone.
What?
I don't know what else was going on with the cell phone. I couldn't find more about that. She just testified that she helped Terry get this phone, but like didn't say that she was with Terry that day, but didn't have an alibi for a few hours of that day, and was brought in by a grand jury to be questioned, basically, to put all that on the record.
There's a lot of fishy shit going on.
Yeah, it's very weird. In a 2016 appearance on, of fucking course, Dr. Phil, Terry continued to maintain her innocence, suggesting Kyron was kidnapped by a man in a white pickup that she claimed was seen acting strangely at a nearby 7-Eleven.
All right.
But that didn't go anywhere either. Like this, none of this stuff actually became a tangible lead.
None of it is sticking.
None of it's sticking. All these people are saying, well, I saw Goody Proctor with the devil. And then it's like, where's the evidence? Oh, I can't really give it to you.
Also, a man acting weird outside
At
of
a
a
7-Eleven. What is it, Tuesday?
However many weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. A white pickup truck, like the most common car in America. All right.
Yeah. He was about 5'10".
Right. It's
white.
But that's what's so crazy is like he was seen in the school, but has a picture of him in the school that morning. And in the 15 minutes between when Terry left and he started waddling off to class. He's snatched up. Like, and no one saw anything. That's why it's like, I think he went with someone that he knows.
Yeah.
Because it didn't cause a ruckus that anybody thought was weird. He quietly never made it to class and then was reported absent. There's no sign of foul play. There's no blood. There's nothing. He just vanished. And I feel like the only way to pull that off, and this isn't me saying that Terry did it. I'm just saying that it's hard to believe, it's hard to imagine a child going missing from their school. And it's not like this was in the 90s. Like, this is 2010. We've already got school shootings under our belts. We've already got all kinds of, there were cameras outside.
Yeah, security.
There's, you'd hope, things in place to keep a kid from being able to just walk by himself out of the school. That's why I feel like he had to have left with an adult, at least, that took suspicion. No one saw it. No one stopped a little kid leaving school. Like, it's just so bizarre.
So there are cameras at the school, but they did
outside.
But none of those picked up on him leaving?
That's my understanding.
Did they confirm that she left without him?
I believe so.
So maybe if she did have something to do with it, she took the photo as her own alibi.
Maybe and got
figured
someone else to
out.
finish the rest of it. I don't want to like, ruin this woman's life.
No,
her life is already ruined. But it's like,
but that's kind of the only.
It's
like, there's a lot of fishy stuff, but there would have had to have been a lot of workarounds if she had planned this.
We don't have there's no evidence to arrest her. So like,
right,
she is innocent until proven guilty.
Right. That's kind of what I'm.
What sucks is that like it would make sense, especially if this Sanchez stuff was real and there's other things that are going on in the relationship. That like maybe there was a staged kidnapping and somehow none of that ended up on paper that could be traced. Like, I don't know. It's just like, how could this kid possibly have gotten out of the school without essentially being smuggled out one way or another by somebody that he was willing to go with? Because it's school fair, science fair day. There's people crawling all over the building. Mm-hmm. So there's also a little bit of chaos. I wonder with like parents leaving, maybe
a lot of strange adults in the school.
Another adult just kind of took his hand after he was no longer under the protection of his stepmother and left with him. That's certainly a possibility. We're not checking IDs when you go to your kid's school necessarily.
No, it would be great to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But just like thinking back to the murder for hire thing,
mm-hmm.
if her first goal was to get rid of her husband or punish him or just be free of him,
mm-hmm.
how would
this accomplish that?
How would having his son be abducted accomplish anything like that?
I don't know.
Unless it was a punishing thing. But even then.
And that's another reason why I'm like, I don't think it's her, but I think that it might be somebody that he knew, which is the most likely scenario.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise, I mean, I don't know. He's also 7. So like an adult at your school coming up and being like, oh, your mommy told me to take you here. What 7-year-old is going to be like, no, fuck you. And starts, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm your mom's friend. I'm your dad's friend.
Yeah. It's just so scary that they're really, I know that 9 times out of 10, no, not 9 times out of 10, but the majority of the time it is somebody that you know that like harms you or does shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen plenty of cases with random abductions. There's child trafficking. There's all kinds of other sinister things at play.
Nightmare scenarios.
That could very well be responsible. And ultimately, what you think about Terry or not, without the evidence to convict her, I'm not going to sit here and say that she had anything to do with it. She very well could have just dropped her stepkid off, taken his picture, and gone about her day like she said, and had no clue any of this was going on.
I don't think it makes sense that she would have done that unless there's like a lot of, obviously there's a lot that we don't know, but
yeah.
But also like as a mother herself, that's not really a thing that women,
right.
It's not typical for a woman to do.
No, it doesn't make sense. And there's a half sibling of Kyron's. Like she and his dad have a child together as well. So it's not like both children were abducted.
Randos.
And there's a ransom and she's trying to get money or what. It's like none of that is happening. So it's like, it's very strange. I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
The emotional toll on the family was obviously devastating. Kyron's biological parents, a woman named Desiree Young and his dad, Kane Horman, were already divorced but had been co-parenting for years, by all accounts successfully and in a healthy way, with Terry as Kyron's stepmom. Following the murder for hire allegations, Kane did file for divorce from Terry and left home with their toddler daughter and obtained a restraining order against her because he didn't know if they were true or not. The divorce proceedings revealed that Kane said he believes Terry had something to do with his son's disappearance.
Oh.
Later, Terry told People magazine and ABC News that she was always an outsider in the case, even though she was caring for Kyron daily. Quote, when the police started questioning us, they took into account more what Kane and Desiree were saying as opposed to what I was saying, and I spent my days with him, with Kyron. Although a judge and a lawyer for Terry have called her a suspect in court papers, she has never officially been named a suspect or person of interest by police. Quote, I was willing to talk about anything. I want him home, Terry said. The tension moved to the courtroom in 2012 when Desiree Young, Kyron's mom, filed a $10 million civil lawsuit against Terry, directly accusing her of kidnapping Kyron and holding him somewhere.
Oh.
However, Desiree dropped the suit a year later, fearing it would interfere with the ongoing criminal investigation. I feel like this is a family that is so desperate for answers that they're pointing fingers anywhere. And I'm not saying Terry is a perfectly innocent party. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but this doesn't seem like the right tree to be barking up, because I feel like if it were, after 16 years and Terry is still very much alive, like something would come up if it were her. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Right?
Also, if it were her and she were that like flat out psychopathic.
Right. Other
There'd
people would
probably
have
be
testimony. Yeah, that's like, oh
probably be
yeah,
other
Terry
things.
did this. Terry said that. I didn't see anything like that.
Which is not to say that
Right.
it's impossible that she had anything to do with it.
Exactly. It just makes all of it so much weirder and more fucking confusing.
I know, and also like we don't want to think of the idea that this was a completely random
Right.
and totally successful child abduction, because that is a horrifying
thought, but it has happened and it does happen.
Oh, yeah.
So where are we now 16 years later? Not super far. In June of 2026, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office provided a major update. So in 2025, they finally finished a massive project, which was digitizing that entire case, that 2-story tall.
It's about time.
I know. We're
Also, if we're
talking
gonna have AI robots. Can we just like
dude.
get rid of the backlog?
I don't want AI to make art. I want AI to like test rape
Digitize
kits
case
and digitize
files.
case files.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We're talking about 5,300 documents and a 0.5 terabyte of data. All the photos,
Holy
reports, evidence collected since 2010. It's a lot. And this is a very good step in streamlining the investigation and bringing it into the modern age. Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell stated that this new digital archive is being paired with advanced technology tools to analyze the data in ways that weren't possible before. We don't have like DNA to be testing. It's just testimonies, data, photographs, camera footage. Like it's just whatever little crumbs they
Anything they
compiled.
have.
Little crumbs that turned into thousands and thousands and thousands of paper files on this missing person's case, this missing child's case.
Well, that's a big difference between your case and mine. At least there is evidence still for
I guess,
his
yeah.
case. That's wild.
They've also increased staffing on the case, working with the FBI and local major crimes teams. To this day, hundreds of tips still come in every year about this case. A $50,000 reward is still on the table for information that finally brings Kyron home. And again, from CNN, they said, quote, "We are working on this behind the scenes." This is one of the investigators. "Following every possible clue, we are as determined today as we were in the days after Kyron disappeared, and my office will not rest until we have answered the question of what happened to Kyron Horman," said Multnomah County District Attorney Nathan Vasquez in a statement marking the anniversary of the boy's disappearance. "To anyone out there who holds the answer, we are not going away," Vasquez said. "We will continue our hunt for justice for as long as it takes." And I'll just finish this by saying, if you have any information concerning this case, please contact the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. That number is in a poster from the FBI missing persons site that I downloaded, but I'll read it here for you. But it'll also be like up on our social media probably. But the number is 503-988-0560. You can also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate. You can also submit tips online anonymously. You can go to tips.fbi.gov. It's just like someone fucking knows something.
Somebody always knows something.
Someone always knows something. And I just want to believe that if people are brave enough to speak up, then we can get somewhere. But there is on the drive, and I'm sure we'll share it, there's one of those like advanced age projections of what he might have looked like, you know. This would have been
as a young adult.
Yeah, when he was maybe like 16 or 17, 18 years old. And I don't think there's I didn't see another one on the FBI website for him now that it's been 16 years. He'd be in his 20s now if he's still alive, which is obviously what you want to believe. But it's just so hard. These cases, especially with a fucking child, it's like parents, everybody who has someone in their life who has gone missing, like, that closure is so important. Not having any answers to what happened to your child. I can't even imagine carrying that burden every day of your life. So I'm really hoping that somebody comes forward and that we see this case solved, and many, many cases like this solved in our lifetime. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the fan pick case. That is my case this week.
Well.
And that brings us to the end here.
We made it to the end of Portland, Oregon crimes.
We
Thank you.
made it, baby.
Thanks, Jillian.
God
For your wonderful
bless you.
fan pick.
Yeah, it's like, it's just a lot. It's so much speculation, and it's definitely very curious. The like accusations and the stuff about Terry. It's just not enough for me to feel compelled that it's her. And clearly it's not enough for a court to feel that way.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. I'm just praying somebody comes forward, because holy shit.
The only thing scarier than the thought of a mega flood is having your child abducted and never
pretty much
finding out what happened.
Don't you go start pooping on me.
I a little bit have to, so we better wrap this up, because I did get a little pang.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, then let's call it before anyone needs to change another pair of underwear during this episode. Okay?
Thanks for listening. Join us on Uncorked, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending, 0 tears.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.